Alright, bankrolling. Here are two bankroll issues you must think about when gambling. Total bankroll, how much you're comfortable risking your table to bankroll, how much money you should bring to the table for any one session. We're going to look at both these issues for the chapter. Total bankroll. To be a successful blackjack player, your bankroll must be large enough to withstand the normal fluctuation of the common blackjack. Capitalization, overbetting at a greater damage to serious gamblers. Players consistently overbet with a larger winning sessions. When he wins, but when he loses big, and by definition, he loses too much. If a losing streak becomes extended, the player could get wiped out. Playing a bankroll good enough to sustain short win swings on bad luck, and the only way to ensure that your skills you will bear luck. Long-term results. Get over it. You're going to lose sometimes. Sometimes you will continue to lose. This is part of the game, but you have to get enough around and still to play. I've formulated the following bankrupt requirements, giving you enough capital to survive with a reasonable losing streak, be able to bounce back on top. Here, for following a flat table, refer to the betting the same amount every time. 1 to 4 refers to the bet spread. 1 to 4 units. Obviously, using 1 to 4 spread will require more of the bankroll of the flat betting, since more money is at risk. A unit represents the minimum bet. It's $5 minimum bet, and the betting range of 1 to 4, where you would need 1,000 for a weekend's worth of playing. As the chart below suggests, you only playing to play 10 hours at those stakes at $750 a game will give you a safe margin. Do not do the numbers means you will lose your much money. Do these numbers means you will lose this much money? No, but paying 5 to 20 entirely possible, but just as possible you could win that is much more, win that or much more. But you prescribe eventualities do not occur with a black gambling. Losing shrink occurs. Losing of $506 is possible that you will be betting $25 to $20 per hand. If thought losing amounts are comparable to doing this during, if losing comparable to doing this, we're going to pause the book. A downswing scares you, and don't play $5 or $20 hands. This is betting it over your head. Betting $25 higher, obviously, for the losing amount with an even greater. But again, your financial emotional means you will never grow the single session at the table to repeat the defined amount of money to play and want to play and figure out how much unit size should be. Simply take with the gambling stick, divide it by the amount of units you need to have. The thing is, you bring 500, you will play in 5 to 10 hours, ranging bets from 1 to 4, and divided $500 by 150 units, you will wager about $3 a hand. Bankroll in either column with the previous chart. Betting is more than $3 per unit would be overbetting, letting yourself vulnerable to risk and discussed earlier. Table bankroll. How much money should you bring to the table? My recommendations is that you bring 30 units to the table each time you play, but it doesn't mean you have to put a whole lot of the table at once, but do have it available to loss limit of the session. If the amount gets the loss, quit, and you've got to reach one session limit. If playing 5 units, bringing $150 in for 25 units, bringing $750 $100 bets would have to be 3,000 available to take a look at the chart on the following pages. You can bring less of it if you want. If you flat betting it is betting with the same amount with every hand. If 15 units will suffice for the bet range of 1 to 4 units, then 20 units will do the trick. However, to do that, bring much more than the table. 30 units is enough to cover the normal swings, and you never want to lose more than one sitting. When to quit.